Hey loves and greetings from Bali. So welcome to my new home in the jungle. It is very loud here, so I hope you can hear me above all of the noise from the river, from the waterfall, from the crickets, from the birds. So today I want to share about something that is so close to my heart and so close to so many women's hearts that I meet and work with, and that is how can we communicate our feelings and express our emotions to our partner in a way that actually brings him closer rather than pushes him away. Because there seems to be this misconception in the world in general that says that men are afraid of women's emotions, and to a certain extent I would say it is sort of true, and I would say that humans in general are afraid of unbridled emotion because the feminine okay, there's just an ant crawling on the camera, but we'll just keep on rolling. Because the feminine is this force of nature, this just passionate, wild, untamed feminine. And usually when things come up that are really strong in nature, we have a tendency, both men and women, to want to control, suppress, push down and push away. In other words, turn the ocean into a swimming pool that we can chlorinate and keep neat and clean. But the ocean is where all the juice and the passion and the power and the pleasure is. So if we suppress any emotional expression, then we suppress everything across the board, because we cannot selectively numb emotion. So allowing for a full emotional flow and emotional expression is super crucial for also allowing more of our orgasmic nature. And guys, I think if you're with a woman, then you want her to be really full in her pleasure. And so in that, you also gotta find a way to be with the full emotional flow. And that goes for us women as well, because we tend to also suppress and push away and reject emotion. And so there are a couple of keys that I want to share with you about this today. And the first one is the quality of opening as whatever is arising. So let me say it like this. There is a flavor to an emotion that can either be the raw emotion itself, and then the added flavor of either closure or openness. So for example, if I'm feeling pissed off and I'm feeling angry, I can either close as that, and I can tense the front of my body, I can suppress my breath, I can go into blame and saying that you're wrong and I'm feeling this because of you. In other words, going into victim mode and not taking ownership of my emotions. Or I can feel anger as this raw, pure power of energy move through my body and open as that. And then when allowed, anger is simply fire, anger is simply passion, and is just as beautiful as sweetness or joy or love or sensuality. Similarly, if I'm feeling hurt, if you're feeling sad, if your partner, say, did something seemingly that caused you to respond in a certain way, then when you feel that pain and that hurt, you can either close your body and push him away with that, or you can allow that to move through you like a soft river of sadness and open as that emotion. And that he can fuck, that he can actually enter into. Because it is not emotion that pushes men away or that scares men away, but it's the emotion plus closure, or the emotion plus the blame, that creates that like hard shell that is so difficult and, to be honest, not really fun to try to enter into and penetrate through. And now there are some men who are super practiced in this and who know deep down that even though it seems like she's saying one thing, actually underneath she's longing for love. And so I'm going to keep on lovingly and persistently penetrating through that shell of hardness into that tender heart that is always underneath, because he knows that about women. But for most guys, that is easier said than done. And so what we can do as women to help our partner in this is to allow our heart, our throat, and our cervix, our womb, our yoni to be relaxed and unclenched as the emotion is moving through, and to report the front line of our emotion. So in other words, what is the raw, pure feeling there? Before you go into the blame or the closure or the anger or the guilt tripping, what is the pure feeling there? Maybe it's hurt, maybe it's sadness, maybe it's frustration or pissed offness. But when you can open as that and communicate straight from that pure experience, then your partner has a much easier time to actually receive you. And actually, in my experience, it tends to bring him closer. It tends to even be a turn on, because when you move into your pure open feminine, it also invites and evokes that deeper masculine within him. So open as whatever is showing up, and report to the front line of your emotions. Those are two keys that I want to give to you today and leave you with. And if you want to learn more about this, because this is really like the tip of the iceberg, there's so much more specifics and detail and artistry we can go into when it comes to expressing and communicating emotion in a way that actually magnifies polarity and attraction and passion and intimacy in a relationship, then in a couple of days, me and my two very dear friends, as well as sexual empowerment experts Leonie Gabriella and Klemen Thomas, are coming together for a live stream for the Sensual Yogini Academy. So if you are not yet a member of the Sensual Yogini, then you can go to sensualyogini.com/VIP and get in there. And if you are watching this before the 22nd of December 2016, then you can join us live and you can ask your questions live. And otherwise, you'll be able to catch the replay, as well as the entire library of previous Sensual Yogini live streams on empowered living with Ryan D. Brown, on manifestation magic, effortlessly create the life of your dreams by following your joy, and relationship skills, polarity, attraction, sexual health for women, and a whole bunch more. So if you want in on that, then go to sensualyogini.com/VIP. And if you want to learn more as well about how to utilize emotion and emotional intensity as a portal into deeper pleasure, then check out part 6 in my free video training series, The 9 Secrets to Amazing Sex and Unlimited Orgasmic Potential. And you can find that one at 9secrets.ronjasebastian.com completely for free. So I wish you all the best, and apart from that, just personal update, I just got a new tattoo, and this is quite exciting. It's the biggest one I've gotten so far. It was like 4 hours of burning pain with a lot of breathing and singing, and I'm looking forward to continuing this. It's definitely going to become a bigger piece of art, and also this is like the rough sketch. There's going to be a lot more detail, shading and nuances filled in. So lots of love from Bali. Hope to see you here on the dance floor in the Ecstatic Awakening retreat coming up soon. Wishing you all the best and so much love. And if you have any insights, comments, or questions that you want to share, then just comment down below and I will get back to you. Lots of love.